Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to share with you on how you are going to start working from home without experience, or if you're still a beginner. The most common questions that I always get from my group and my Instagram account: how to start, where to start, and ano yung mga skills na pwedeng i-offer kay clients, how to do the pricing, what job title to put, everything that you need to know if you want to start working from home. I'm going to share it to you now, and if you want to learn more, just keep on watching. But before I'm going to discuss the main topic, I would like to thank you for all my subscribers right now. I'm so grateful to have you guys. I felt so happy every time you're going to message me on my Instagram account, if you're going to engage me on our Facebook group, in our page. I'm so happy every time I get messages from you and always messaging me to just keep doing what I'm doing, because it helps a lot. So hopefully this video and the coming videos will help you more on showing up for the career that you want and for really pushing this work from home kind of lifestyle. And again, welcome to my channel. And if you are new here, if kakapanood mo lang ng video ko, please comment down below if you are a new subscriber or new watcher ng videos natin, and just say hi, and I would love to read all of your comments. But yeah, let's discuss the main thing. I always got a question from my friends, sa inyo, mga viewers natin. Saan ba ako magsisimula, sis? I don't have any experience and I don't know what skills should I offer to my clients, or meron na silang skills na pwede na nilang i-offer sa kanilang clients but they just don't know where to start. So this video is really for you, because I'm going to clear your minds kung ano yung pwede nyong ma-offer na skills sa client nyo. So the first thing that we are going to discuss is where to get clients, or what we call client acquisition. So it depends. We have a lot of ways on how to get clients, but I'm going to share with you the three main things on how to get a client. And the first way that I'm going to share with you is through agencies. So according pa ni Miss Eunice, siya yung in-interview ko last time sa Successful Freelancer. Sa video na to, she said there that if you still want to test the water, if pang freelancer ka ba talaga, or you really want to start work from home, parang nagda-doubt ka pa kung ano talaga yung gusto mo, agency will be a good start for you. And ano ba yung agency? Well, basically, sila yung mga naghahanap na ng mga clients for you, and naghahanap din sila ng mga freelancers like you. So, tinatanong lang nila sa mga clients sa kinuha nila kung ano yung mga skills, mga experience, and they will just match your experience and your skills sa mga nakuha nila na mga clients. So, pag nagtugma ang clients na requirements sa pwede mong maibigay or service na pwede mong mabigay sa clients, then mag-discovery call kayo. If okay na, then you are under that agency already. Pero ayun nga, since sila yung kumukuha ng clients for you and they're the one who's matching the clients and the freelancers, syempre may cut sila. So may cut sila sa sahod mo. So yan yung nangyayari. That's the first way on how to get a client. And if you don't like that setup, if you want to find your own clients, you can use third-party platforms. Ito yung mga platforms na ikaw yung mag-a-apply, ikaw yung maghahanap ng mga clients for you. It would be a little difficult kasi ikaw yung magbebenta talaga sa sarili mo. But at least, hindi siya ganoon kalaki yung cut if sa third platform ka compared sa agencies. May mga pros and cons talaga when it comes you are under sa agency. May pros and cons siya. If you are going to use the third party platform, may pros and cons din siya. So it's up to you kung ano yung mas gusto mo. So an example for a third party platform is Upwork.com. Meron din tayong onlinejobs.ph, meron din tayong people per hour, and marami pa. Actually, ang dami-daming third-party platform. So, you can message me down below. Just click the link and I will send it to you directly. So, the third way on getting a client is through direct pitching or direct selling yourself. In this way, it would be a lot harder compared to using third-party platforms kasi you are going to do the lead generation for yourself. You are going to market yourself on a very wide scope. Mostly, ginagawa to through LinkedIn and through Facebook group. Ipipitch mo yung self directly sa company or sa person na gusto mong proposean ng business. When you say direct pitching or direct marketing to companies and clients, you are really selling na yourself. So that makes it harder compared sa you are using third-party platforms kasi nandun lang sila lahat. Nagpo-post na yung mga clients ng mga job vacancies nila sa third-party platforms and you will just going to bid or apply there. Right now, ang third way is different kasi you are going to know what are their pain points sa business nila, kung paano mo sila matutulungan, yung mga ganun. So, it's harder. Kung saan man yung pipiliin nyo sa tatlo na yon, you also have to know this second part. And the next thing that I would like to discuss with you is building your profile. So when you are going to build your profile, you should already know what are the skills you are going to offer, what are the problems that you want to solve, what are the pricing and rate that you are going to offer to your clients, and of course your portfolio and how you're going to build your portfolio, how to get feedbacks, how to get reviews, yung mga ganun. So let's talk about skills. Ngayon, ang daming nagme-message sa akin, Sui, I don't know what skills to offer. Nagtanong ako, so anong yung work mo ngayon? Kasi baka sa work mo ngayon, meron kang pwede ma-offer sa clients mo. For example, if you're an accountant, pwede kang mag-offer sa client mo as a bookkeeper para hindi ka lang talaga purely na virtual assistant. Kung sa work mo, teacher ka, pwede kang mag-start as an ESL tutor. So, basically yung ESL, you are teaching English sa mga other countries like Japan, Korea. Maraming gumagawa din ng mga tutorials on how to start ESL. If you are a graphic designer sa company ninyo, pwede din na maging graphic designer ka sa online. Video editor ka sa company ninyo or programmer, pwede mo din yang ibigay na service dito sa online. Hindi lang siya pang corporate, meron din siyang pang online. And if you can say na wala ka talaga doon and your work right now is totally different and you're kinda hesitant if what skills to offer since your work is not related to computer, so you might want to check out my first video here. It talks about the skills that you can offer to your clients, especially if you don't have any experience and you don't know kung ano yung pwedeng ma-offer mo kay client. And don't worry if wala ka pa talagang skills na mai-offer kasi marami namang gumagawa ng mga tutorials, step by steps on how to be a virtual assistant. Meron ding mga online courses, paid online courses. Actually, maraming mga online paid courses na pwede mong ma-take para makastart ka sa mga basic skills na pwedeng mong i-offer kay clients. Meron ding maraming mga YouTube tutorials dito sa YouTube din. And I also made my own series of virtual assistants. Basic skills that you need to know if you want to become a virtual assistant. I have a playlist here. Ito. You can check that out after this one. Meron ding Facebook groups. Ang dami sa mga Facebook groups. Try to join a lot of Facebook groups about work from home. Kasi andun maraming mga paid and free tutorials about work from home and nagtuturo sila ng mga skills na pwede mong i-offer kay clients. So yeah, that's one thing when it comes to skills. Now, the second thing that I want to discuss is what job title to put. Okay, so it depends kasi kung ano yung gusto mo na ma-hire ka. If you want to be hired as a graphic designer, then you want to put graphic designer even if kahit wala ka pang experience. If you are already good na in editing photos, then you can put graphic designer. So whatever you are going to put sa title mo, it means dyan ka magaling and yan yung gusto mo na ma-hire ka. And for example, you are call center agent before and you don't want to take calls anymore kasi gusto mong magpahinga muna sa kakatanggap ng calls or kaka-call ng ibang tao. So, you want to try as a virtual assistant. So, hindi mo dapat ilagay na job title yung call center if you don't want to be hired as a call center agent again. You put virtual assistant instead. So, again, yung title na ilagay mo is yung position na gusto mong applyan. hindi yung kung ano yung work mo ngayon. So, I hope that's clear. And the next one that we are going to discuss is about the pricing. So, ang dami talagang nag-a-ask sa akin, especially yung mga beginners at wala pa talagang experience na kung ano ba daw ang dapat nilang i-price sa service nila. So, ito lang yung masasabi ko. I've already discussed the pricing here in this video and in this video also. So, I encourage you to watch those two videos as well, but it really depends on you. If you feel that the price is too maliit, negotiate it with your client. If feeling mo na okay lang, then go for it. Kasi I cannot say if it's too high or if that rate is too low, because I have a data entry work before. I got it for $15, and I also have a project management work where I only got it for $10 per hour. So how come I got project management na mahirap pero $10 ko lang siya nakuha, pero yung super easy lang like data entry, copy and pasting everything, I got it for $15. So I cannot really say that na malaki yan or mababa yan. Siguro it's because that I'm pretty much more confident right now in pitching myself, in selling myself, and that's because I already have an experience, I already have a portfolio that I can show to my clients that yes, I can do this work, and yes, I can deliver whatever you want me to deliver, and I'm confident to that. So I guess that's the reason why I get projects with high ticket right now. Pero sa inyo, it depends lang talaga sa inyo. If you feel like bidding low can make you more confident in getting the job, then do it. I cannot judge you for that, because I also started a low rate just to get or to build my profile. So before I started $2 per hour with a social media task, and that really helps me build my confidence to get more social media tasks in the future days. I already have a review na from that type of work as a social media manager na kaya ko mag-manage ng mga social media accounts. Bale, mag-iiba kasi yung confidence mo and knowledge mo if you are doing it on the actual work or on the actual clients. So, siguro that's how I build my own profile. I started to get low paying clients, and they are training me on how to do the task. And yeah, from that, I've learned a lot from them. I've learned my own process, and from that, I was able to offer or bid higher per hour rates sa mga social media na ngayon. And that's how I started ha. It's still up to you and what pricing you are going to take, or if you want to start bidding at least $8 per hour, that go, you can do it. And I'm not also encouraging everyone to really bid low just to get the clients. I would encourage that you should have a proper skills and proper training para mas maganda yung pag-promote mo sa self mo, and para mas effective yung pag-sell mo sa self mo and yung mga services mo. Kasi sa confidence lang yan eh. Nadadaan talaga yan sa confidence. My way of getting my confidence is through actually getting real clients, and from them I get reviews, I get feedbacks, I can build my portfolios. That's why right now hindi na ako natatakot mag-bid ng mga premium rates sa clients ko. So the next topic that we are going to discuss is how to create your portfolio and how to get more reviews and feedbacks and recommendations from other people. So now, dito na natin makikita kung gaano mo talaga kagusto yung freelancing. Kasi ang masasuggest ko dito, create a sample for yourself. Kung gusto mong maging social media manager, create an account, business page mo, for Facebook page. Create also an account sa Instagram where doon mo lahat ina-upload yung mga services mo, yung minamarket mo yung self mo, and try to do it for yourself before sa client. As what I have said earlier, na magigain mo talaga yung confidence mo as long as you are already doing the actual work. If you can do it for yourself, why can't I do it for my clients? Yung ganun, diba? So, I highly recommend that you start doing work for yourself. try managing it. Screenshot everything, the analytics, your graphics that you are doing, the engagement that you are having, everything, just screenshot it. Sa lahat ng mga screenshots mo, lagyan mo lang ng copyright na parang watermark para hindi magamit ng iba. So yeah, that's one thing or one way on how to build your portfolio. The second thing that I can recommend is that ask your relatives or your friends na may mga businesses. Actually, ngayon marami talagang businesses, online businesses, mostly sa mga physical stores lang noon. Ngayon, ginagawa na siya sa online. So, try asking them if you can handle their Facebook page or you can handle their Instagram account, create content for them, market their services or products, do the graphics, do the posting for at least a month or even for 2 weeks para lang makakuha ka ng analytics na pwede mong ma-screenshot at malagay mo sa portfolio mo. It would be nice talaga if meron ka ring makuha na sales. Screenshot mo din yung mga sales na may bumili talaga para maging portfolio mo siya na you have a conversion sa mga ginagawa mo sa Instagram account ng friend mo or even just sa relatives mo. So that's the second way. And the third way that I can recommend it is that go to a third-party platform. Yung diniscuss ko kanina about third-party platform where the clients are already posting jobs there and you will just have to apply there. And again, as what I have mentioned din kanina, na if you really want to start working from home na you can bid a reasonable price na madaling mapa-oo si client na very irresistible yung pwede mong i-offer, like yung mga services mo, magaganda yung pwede mong ma-offer sa kanya. And also, yung price point mo is hindi siya sobrang mataas. Yung sakto lang din sa budget ni client. Para naman, in that way, you can also have an experience on how to really work on with real clients. And doon ka makakapag-experiment kung ano talaga yung dapat gawin when it comes to handling social media or when it comes to selling products online, yung mga ganun. Doon mo matitest kung ano yung dapat na process na gawin mo. And also, you can apply that sa third-party platform where you can apply the skills that you have learned through yourself, marketing yourself, and through marketing the businesses of your relatives and friends. Always screenshot lang everything that you are doing, the graphics that you are creating, the videos, if nag-create ka ng videos, ilagay mo siya sa isang folder. And then, sa online folder, yung pwede mo mas-send lang yung link sa client mo para yun yung mas mapakita mo, oh, I already have done this. You can look at my portfolio. So, ganun. It would be easier talaga if makita ni clients yung mga gawa mo para magkaroon siya ng idea, oh, okay, so ito pala yung kaya niyang gawin. So, it would give you a higher chance that you will get hired because of your portfolios. And don't worry guys, the next video that I'm going to upload is on how to create a simple but very fancy and professional looking of online profile. Nandun na lahat yung profile mo, saan ka pwede makontak, ano yung mga services mo, ano yung process mo, and ano yung mga links na mga portfolios mo na pwede nilang ma-check. So, if you are excited to that topic, then subscribe to my channel and hit the bell button so that ma-notify ka every time ma-upload ko na yung video, and I'm always doing it premiere so that you can chat with me if you have any questions with regards to the video. So, yeah. That's that. Okay, so the next topic that we are going to discuss is how to get feedbacks and reviews and recommendations. So as what I have said kanina, yung mga first clients mo, it's either your friends, your families, or from a third party platform, then ask them to review your work. That is very crucial talaga. Yung mga first work mo, like first 10 projects mo, it's very crucial. Kaya kung pwede galingan mo talaga yung mga projects mo para ma-recommend ka nila sa iba, kasi dyan talaga nagsisimula yung referral. The more they are happy sa work mo, the more kanila i-recommend sa friends nila. And ganyan din yung nangyari sa akin. Kahit isa lang yung nakuha ko talaga na client, and then naging happy siya and naging satisfied siya sa work ko. The next mga couple of days lang may kumukontak na naman sa aking iba and saying na, oh, you are being recommended by blah 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 kasi magaling ka daw dito, can you also help me with this? So, very crucial talaga yung mga first clients niyo na makukuha. And always do everything to make them happy, to you feel satisfied with your service. And one tip lang is that kung may deadline, always submit the deliverables before the deadline talaga. Yung may time ka pa to revise if meron silang gusto ipa-revise para hindi ma-delay yung pag-send mo sa final product. So, yeah, that's my really one tip talaga para maging happy sila. Kasi for them, deadline is deadline talaga. So, magkakaroon ka ng negative points kung hindi ka conscious sa deadline. So, yeah, that's that. And by the way, every time na may ilalagay ka sa portfolio mo, always ask your clients if pwede ba yun siya ilagay as portfolio mo. Kasi sometimes, meron silang mga privacy matters na hindi nila gusto na ilagay as a portfolio. So, always just ask lang, hey, pwede ko ba ito malagay as my portfolio? And most of them magsisay yes lang naman. Pero sometimes may ipa-blur out lang sila na details na hindi nila gusto nga na masali. And yeah, just ask permission and it would be okay for sure. And also, if you are using the third way of getting clients, like directly pitching yourself to companies and people, you can use or you can create a LinkedIn account or a Facebook page so that from there they can recommend you or give you reviews. Like for example, you are trying to engage and contact from Facebook groups or from LinkedIn, then that would be a very useful platforms, LinkedIn account and Facebook page, para doon sila makalagay ng recommendations and feedbacks and how you work with them. And if nagkaroon na kayo ng clients, always upskill pa rin. Kahit meron na kayong nakukuha mga clients, always learn something new. If virtual assistant pa yung mga work mo ngayon, always niche down and look for a topic or a service that you are really passionate about, na gusto ko talaga to na work. Like for example, even if you are a virtual assistant right now and passion mo talaga yung graphic designing, passion mo talaga yung digital art, then you can niche down to that so that you can offer a premium tickets to your client kasi meron ka talagang expertise, meron ka talagang nakafocus or meron ka talagang problems na nasa-solve mo na something like you lang ang nakaka-solve ng problem. And of course, kahit meron na kayong nakuha ng mga clients, but still you are doing virtual assistant work, I really want to encourage you to niche down and focus on something that you really want to become an expert to that topic. Like for example, you want to be expert on Facebook ads, or you want to be expert on funnels, making funnels, or you want to be expert as a social media marketing person, or if you really want to really dig on more on LinkedIn, focus mo lang ang LinkedIn, or focus mo lang Instagram, focus mo lang ang YouTube, focus mo lang ang web design. Kasi the more na may focus ka, the more na makaka-charge ka ng premium rate. Kasi aalamin mo lahat ng aspects on that kind of business. So you can charge higher rates from that. Ito yung magandang example. I just don't know kung saan ko ito nabasa, pero mayroon ako nabasa na maganda yung example niya. It's about a doctor. For example, ikaw may sakit ka sa tenga, hindi ka nakakarinig clearly, and hindi ka naman ganyan before. So you want to look for a doctor that can help you, or can explain you, or can cure you kung ano mga sa tenga mo, kung bakit hindi ka na nakakarinig ng clear. So of course, you will really look for someone na specialized talaga sa ears, diba? Hindi naman siguro tayo pupunta sa general practitioner lang. We would really go sa mga expert talaga sa ears, diba? So, malamang pupunta tayo sa ENT, yung mga ganun. So, may expertise talaga ng mga doctors. Mas malaki yung charge nila kasi expert na sila doon eh. Compared sa mga general practitioners lang na parang broad talaga yung sakop lang nila. So, even us, we can really say that we would like someone to check us na yung expert na talaga. So, that's the example na nabasa ko lang. I will not take credit to that. But, yeah, maganda siya na example kung bakit mas maganda talagang mag-niche down. And guys, kung meron na kayo na-get na clients, always analyze it. Dapat mong malaman kung ano yung nag-work na cover letter, ano ba yung mas maraming nag-reply na ginamit mo na cover letter, ano yung onboarding process mo, ano yung usually ina-ask ng mga skills ni client, ano ba yung weakness mo, ano ba yung hindi ka masyadong magaling, ano ba yung magaling ka talaga. You have to assess yourself, then you have to assess your process then sa clients mo, kung ano yung always na ina-ask ng client from you. So from that, with the improved system and with your skills na na-improve na and may experience ka na, may portfolio ka na, may reviews ka na, it would be easier na for you to land a project or get a high ticket clients. So yeah, I guess that's that. Hope this video helps you on getting clarity on where to start. Just feel free to message me on my Facebook page and on my Instagram account and joining my Facebook group. I'm ready to boss up. And let me know, comment down below kung ano pa yung gusto nyo makita ng mga videos natin. And I would like you to check the works of my friends inside our group, so check this out. If you want to join our Facebook group, just research I'm Ready to Boss Up by BritxSui on Facebook, and you just have to answer a couple of questions there, and yeah, you're in. Welcome. And also, I would like to encourage you to like my Facebook page and follow me on my Instagram account at BritxSui. And yeah, see you on other platforms. Bye!